Hi, I'm Sarah,
And I'm Amanda,
and this is I'm Your Mother Now podcast.
a place where we advocate for emotional safety.
So, actually, it's I'm Your Mother Now podcast, season two, and this is our 1 year anniversary. So,
Oh, okay. But it's also the
okay,
thing I said, because two things can be true. We do talk about
more than
that.
one thing can be true at once. Um, it's kind of crazy that a year ago today we launched.
Yes, it is. It is. We've done quite a few episodes. We have grown quite a bit as people. My hair has grown. We're gonna have to pull up like a picture of our first episode. We did like a double drop, right? Because we did a live and then we also posted the one with all the crickets. So
Oh,
far less far less background noise these days.
you know, I have no like clear memories of it, and I didn't go back because it's been quite a week. August really just got in there
You have
um
no clear memories of our first episode?
of my life at
That's
this.
that's what you came prepared to talk about when you were like, we got to talk about how it's 1 year and you don't even remember what you were doing. You were in your office.
What?
What? I mean, do you want me to? We talked a little bit like about ourselves, and when we first started the podcast, we were talking a lot about like our healing journey and like where that started and when like life started to kind of click, if you
It's so
will.
impressive that you remember things from a year ago. Um, but I know I do remember it in my heart though. You know what I mean? Like
Sure.
all of it's in there, and it's been quite a year. I think this year every year, but this year has made us closer, wouldn't you say?
Of course.
Yeah, I feel like we are the closest we've ever been.
Yes, and that makes some people uncomfortable.
Yeah, it's really created a different life for both of us,
Yes,
actually. It turns out, and even not just like, obviously the podcast is I'm Your Mother Now, which created some huge issues in our family, really.
sure. Yeah, just in case anyone
Because
was wondering. In case
in case
anyone
you're
was wondering
wondering,
how we get away with this, we don't.
we don't
We
get
don't
away
get
with
away with
it.
anything.
Nobody has signed off on this and said this is a
Yeah.
great idea, girls. Like, you know
No,
what?
no, no. No,
We
no. The
embrace
people
your
were, yeah.
healing.
Yeah, the people were right when they said like, you're the one to break the cycle and people in your family aren't going to like it. Like you're
Yeah.
not going to be celebrated for doing things differently. Believe it or not.
You're gonna break the cycle, but you're gonna be kicked out of the circle. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, literally. And I mean, what? Yeah, I know. Oh my God.
So, it was a real choice on our part to first of all to name the podcast that, because I think naming it I'm Your Mother Now is the real thing that created the issue, right? If we had
Sure.
named our podcast anything else in the whole wide world, something generic like Sister Time, I don't think they would have even listened to it.
I don't think so. Do you think that it was also like the fact that we got it tattooed on ourselves?
Do you think we went too hard?
Because like we were like, this is the name of the podcast, and we're just gonna go ahead and and on the weekend that we launch it, we're just or the weekend before, we're just gonna get it tattooed on ourselves,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
because
In each other's handwriting, no less.
in each other's handwriting, which is very brave on your part, because my handwriting is shit.
It wasn't about that. It's called a blood ritual.
I mean, I know that's what you kept telling me.
I did keep telling you, and I think actually, now that we're talking about it, like, oh shit, what a spell we cast. Because we basically said to each other, we're each other's mother now. And on the anniversary of the podcast, we're motherless.
Yeah. You know what I have to say, Sarah, over the past year of being your mother, you are not a burden. You are not too much. Okay? I'm very
Okay.
proud of you. You went after your dreams and look at what a good therapist you are a year later, you know?
I've seen some things.
So, so yeah, I have to say that I didn't need to sacrifice my life so you could grow. I just needed to support you along the way.
Thank you. Thank you, Mother
Yeah.
Amanda. Thank you, Mother
Yeah, of
Amanda.
course.
And I would say to you that I see your drive and ambition, and I'm really proud of you. You
Thank you.
know,
Hmm.
I think it's been really remarkable to watch you kind of take hold of your life and say like this is what
Mm.
I'm doing. I'm going to take this corporate America bullshit and turn it into something magical for myself. I'm going to manifest a whole house. Just at everything you're doing is intentional. And
Yeah,
I see that. And I'm very proud of you.
thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, it really starts with a vision and then a belief in yourself, right? We
Yeah.
we talked about I was trying to think about the God, because Lord forbid I go back and listen. The things that we talked about in the beginning
Hmm.
that we were looking towards. And I had talked about Formula One. So it's like, okay, a year later, been there, we did it.
Done it.
We did it. Not only did we do it, but we also had like our first like little family vacation. Like
We did.
when was the last time that we went on a vacation with family that was not a trip? Because there are trips that you take that are like, wow, this is a gross misuse of my paid time off. I should be
You're like, I've come back and now I need a vacation from whatever this was.
I've come back and now I need compensation.
Yeah, yeah. No, it was actually a wonderful vacation where we all were harmonious. We had no
Hmm.
fights.
Hmm.
We just enjoyed being together,
Well,
and
we had ruptures, but we repaired.
I
You
don't
know,
remember any
we had,
ruptures.
yeah, see, we did such a good job of
Did
just
I
working
have a
through.
rupture, or was it just you and your husband?
Oh, yeah, yeah, I thought that's what we were talking about. I thought we were talking about
Oh, okay.
everybody.
Like, I mean, I wasn't
Oh,
involved in that.
oh, oh, you mean me and you? Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. No, we
Yeah,
had
I'm not like
nothing.
I understand it feels like I'm part of your marriage, but like it doesn't feel for me the way it does for you.
Is it a vacation if your husband doesn't get mad at you for the way that you have packed the beach cart? Like, we just needed to get that out of the way immediately. Okay. He just needed to lose his mind over, like, well, you don't know how to pack the thing. And I'm like, if I don't know, then why don't you do it?
Do you know what actually, now that I remember that vacation a little bit, that actually was healing for me because I had a thing that I had to get over, which is the angry man thing, right? Because if
Right.
I perceive a man is upset, I am uncomfortable and I either am in trouble or need to fix it. And
Right.
I had to learn that your husband is just a guy. He's just this boy.
Yes.
And
Yes.
just because he has a lower, bass voice and he is a man doesn't make his feelings more important than anybody else's feelings, and it doesn't make his like a tantrum that he's having not a real tantrum. You know what I mean? So I just I
Right.
learned that even though he's upset, I'm not in trouble. And I
Yeah.
had to really sit with that because when he was being
Yeah.
grouchy for a second, I was deeply uncomfortable. I was
Yeah.
like, uh-oh, dad's mad, dad's mad. And now he's not dad anymore. He's daddy. And he's like,
Daddy.
he's daddy and like,
It's like, Daddy,
whatever.
why are you upset? Huh? Why don't
Yeah.
you just pack
You
the
would
cart
make me
then?
you would make me so uncomfortable. Not I don't think it was that vacation, but you have in the past made me uncomfortable when Ryan would be upset about something at your house and you would just like kind of needle him when he's upset. And I was like, "Oh my God, don't upset him more." And you're like, "Why?"
I'm needle him or like try to press on the issue that is actually causing him to be upset because
Okay, what
there's
I'm
always
saying
two
is
parts.
not even any of that. It's more like he was in a mood and you didn't defer to his mood. You would just be like, "Okay, like all right." Like you weren't afraid
Yeah,
of him. And I was like, "Why aren't you afraid of
right.
him?" Because
I know I should.
what we know, I was thinking about this because this week was also the 1 year anniversary of my divorce being official, right?
Yeah.
A lot of stuff this week. And I was thinking about back when I was married and we had been hanging out with a couple, like, neighborhood couples. This is when the kids were really little. And one of my friends had kind of like spoken harshly to her husband, like
Hmm.
said something like, like, it's like you're being such an idiot or something like that. And I remember coming home and like talking to my husband at the time and being like, wow, I can't believe the way she spoke to him. Like, I would never speak to you that way. And he's like, I know, it's so disrespectful. Like we had this whole conversation about like, wow, that's so wrong. And now in retrospect, like that couple is probably one of the longest standing couples I know about who seem to deeply respect each other and love each other. And now that I'm like where I'm at, I see that that was actually kind of healthy because they just had an outburst and then they were like, okay, moving on. Like no, neither of them took
Yeah,
that too seriously. And
right.
also, they've like known each other since they were 16 years old. They've been dating since they were 16.
Yeah.
He's probably always going to be an idiot to her in some way.
I know I don't condone like the name calling though. I don't think we
Right.
should call each other
No,
idiots. I
no,
feel
no.
like
Of
that's just
course
kind of
not.
ugly. Yeah.
Yes. No, I'm not
Yeah.
condoning that, but I'm saying like it really made me reflect on how much I was trying to always be deeply reverent and respectful of my
Mm-hmm.
husband all the time. And I thought
Yeah.
that was a virtue, but what it actually was I was afraid of his anger.
Mm.
I didn't want to
Yeah.
make him upset for any
Yeah.
reason, even if he made me upset. I was going to mask that in order to keep things a certain way, right?
Yeah, and that's very, very exhausting.
It is
Masking
exhausting.
is
It's
exhausting.
deeply exhausting, unless it's like for a fun event. So the thing is, Amanda, and I
Tell
know
me,
you were like,
Sarah.
are we going to talk about this? And surprise, I think we should because
Okay, sure.
this week, our mother basically said, you've decided to do what you're doing, and I don't want you in my life anymore.
But we're unclear about which part it is.
We
Which
don't
part of the
have
doing?
details, right? We
No.
don't have details because we weren't given any. And I think that that has really affected me this week, even though one could say you should have seen this coming. Um,
Yes. Yes.
but it affected me
Mm.
in a lot of different ways that I'm still sitting and processing with. But I don't feel like I have spent most of my life as a daughter, like caretaking somebody's emotions, right? Like making
Yeah.
sure and our relationship, like my relationship with you and then like mom and like all that has been one large triangulation. And the dynamic was always, she talks about you to me, then it was like it was always this way. It was never like a cohesive thing together. It was always talking
No.
about someone else behind their back. And
Right.
really the rupture happened when you and I stopped doing that, right?
Yeah.
When you and I were like, wait, maybe we are not each other's enemies. Maybe
Right.
we can actually talk to each other and like understand each other in a way that we don't need to be doing this anymore. And the second we did
Mhm.
that, it was like our mother didn't really know how to be in relationship with us in that
Right.
way.
Right.
And because I think that's really the root of all of this is not knowing how to be in relationship with us in and not a triangulation.
Mm-hmm.
And it made her feel like less than. And
Yeah.
then this podcast happened, and she immediately assumed it was going to be us bashing her, which it really isn't.
Yeah.
Because in a lot of ways, I don't personally, I know we each have our own like feelings about it, right? But I don't personally hold any ill will towards mom about my childhood. I
Yeah.
I have a lot of empathy for her, and I have a lot of great memories of my childhood. In fact,
Mm.
I was thinking about it this week. I'm like, I have so many great memories of my childhood. So
Yeah.
many. And I'm grateful to her for, being there during them. Like that we had great times. I have a problem with the way that she's acted when I became an adult.
Yes.
That's my problem.
Truly.
It's this shit right here. It's not about
Mm-hmm.
what you did or didn't do when I was 12. It's
No.
what did you do when I was 22,
Mm-hmm.
25, 32? Like that's my issue. It's like
Or even, what
when
did you do when I was going through key moments of my life, events that were
yes.
focused on me, like your wedding and
Ugh.
the planning going up to that? Like, who were you in those times? That's what we're talking about. We're talking about like the most recent history. And for me
Yes.
too, there was like a big change that happened when I became a mother. So that's only been about 5 years, right? So it's almost like when we enter a dynamic that she doesn't know how to be a part of, there's only one thing that she can default to, and it's like she has to get close to one person at the expense of the other.
Yeah. And even still, right? Okay. if she would just be able to have a dialogue about it, if she would just
Yes.
be able to reflect about it and say, you know what, I wish I hadn't acted this way. But
Mm-hmm.
we can't even get to that point because
No.
she runs from all like connection. So even when we
Mm-hmm.
have when we have tried over this past year to really like figure this out, and at every time we've tried to do that, it's like a blank slate right after, and it's a runaway. It's an avoidant reaction. And
Yeah.
and at this point, it's like what do we do? Right? Because the only thing we could do to stay in the circle is to submit.
Right. Do things that feel bad
Yeah.
all
And
the
just deal
time.
with it and be like, it's family. So it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't matter. Like, we were talking about this earlier in the week, too. Our, like, the two, you and I, right? In our respective life and circles are really well loved, right? Like I go to work in the morning and everyone's so happy to see me. Like
Yeah.
I excel at what I do. Like
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing the thing and so are you.
Yeah.
But our families don't like us. Like I feel like there's nobody in like our immediate family, like in that space, like who's ever been like nice. Like I feel like in any family gathering, I'm being treated badly and being told that's love. Like I'm being made fun of.
Mm-hmm.
Either it's the way I'm dressing, it's my choices, it's this, it's that. It's like, oh, you know Sarah. Oh, you know Sarah. It's like, you don't even know Sarah.
You don't even know Sarah.
You don't know Sarah.
No.
And it's been like that my whole life and your whole life. Like it's
Mm-hmm.
always been like that. And it's like you just deal with it. It's family. That's how we show we love you, but we'll always be there if you need us. And it's like maybe don't then. Like I like it's such a mind fuck to be told that being abused is love.
Yeah, this is the you're gonna come to us if you've hit rock bottom, you're gonna need to come to us. I don't know why I say it bottom that way.
I
Bottom.
don't I
If you
don't
hit
know.
rock bottom and you try to come to us,
Rock
rock
bottom.
bottom, you're gonna have to come to us, and so just
Pay the tax.
pay the tax. Yeah. And you mentioned that it's been over the past year, but I would argue that it's been longer than that. I don't know if you remember that. We tried to throw a 70th party. We tried, you came for that, and you had just been here for the holidays. You came, brought yourself back, and it's funny to say this, but it wasn't enough.
No, it
Because
wasn't
it
enough.
because it didn't matter. It still lacked. It didn't matter that uh, we coordinated, picking her up in a party bus that was full of basically anyone that would want to hang out with her.
Yeah.
Um,
It was a whole
she
thing.
It is a whole thing, like the karaoke, because that's her favorite thing. She actually, and a lot of people who were there remember this, which is even kind of more sad, that on the way home, we finally leaned in to the karaoke and started singing, and she was unhappy.
that was that was the a moment for me that I had a
Yeah.
realization because we were all in this big party bus
Yeah. We were like,
singing
okay.
karaoke and she was miserable.
Yes.
She
Yeah.
her face when watching us was so uncomfortable and
Yeah.
so hostile and just remember thinking like, "Oh my God, like she she doesn't feel joy that we're enjoying this because
No.
she wants to sing karaoke and have us praise her. It's not about a shared experience.
No. And you don't praise people that you don't have shared loved experiences with, unfortunately. Like it's just not something that comes naturally. It's very inauthentic. It's people posting on Facebook when you know that their relationships are crap. That's what it gives, and I don't like that. That is very much something that I cannot handle. Um,
There is
so
when you're in like a creative writing class, right? There's something that you talk about a lot called showing, not telling.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're writing a scene, right, and you want to convey that, character A walks into a room and is angry with character B, you
Mm-hmm.
don't say, you know, Joni walks into the room, anger all over her face, angry at Tommy, right? Because that's just telling you. It's not even
Sure.
interesting, right? You'd say something like, Joni walks slowly into the room, casting a gaze around, landing on Tommy, and then looks away.
You could feel it in the air,
You can feel it
the
in the air. It's like,
heaviness,
why is she not making contact? So
disdain.
it's about showing, not telling.
Yes,
And
yes.
that is a thing with everybody. It's like
Hmm.
if I have to tell you who I am, that means I'm not able to have my actions show it, and I don't trust my
Hmm.
actions to show it, and I'm trying to tell you what I want you to believe about me.
Yes, it's a politician.
Yeah. And that creates toxicity everywhere because you can feel it. And the more you become aware of it, the more it's like, oh, what do we do? Because it's when someone tells you, I love you, I love
Yeah,
you, I love you, but all their actions make your body feel like they don't love you.
yeah,
You don't know then what love is, right? Because
sure.
you've been told love feels good. Love, this is a very good thing, but it's like killing you.
Yeah,
And until you recognize it's because somebody's saying something but doing something else, you can't start healing that. And I think that's
no,
also like it wrecks your relationships because you're
yeah,
conditioned to think love feels bad. Love is a
hmm,
sacrifice. Love is hard. Love is like all these different things. And
yeah,
it's really hard to deprogram that, right?
hmm. And
It's really hard.
not even love should be hard. Everything should be hard.
Everything.
Everything should be
Life
a
is hard.
struggle.
Everything's a
If
struggle.
you're not trying so hard that you're hurting yourself, then you're not working hard enough.
Yeah.
It's a
It's
crazy thing.
Well, and that's the thing, and that, now you and I are raising kids, and
Yes, we
we're
are.
we're very different parts in the raising kids journey,
Sure.
but it is hard. It is hard raising kids. That is hard.
Hmm.
That's like genuinely a hard thing to do. So I'm there for it. But it's not hard? It is not hard to love your children and want them to enjoy their life. That's not
Hmm.
hard at all. Like when my kids are doing something that they enjoy and excel in and are having fun, I'm so happy for them. It has
Right.
literally fuck all to do with me, right? Like
Yeah.
it's not about me. If Eli hits a home run, I'm not saying, well, that sucks because I didn't hit a home run. Or if he hits a home run, I'm not saying, well, you should be congratulating me because I made him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ooh,
Well, or I think also the lens would be I sacrificed so many weekends to go sit at your at your games. Like you would never say that because what else would you rather be doing?
a lot of things, Amanda.
Shut up, Sarah.
Literally so many other things. The truth is I have sacrificed for him to do those things, but
Sure.
it's not he didn't ask me to
You're not
like
gonna
be his
hold it against
mom.
him? You're
No,
not gonna
it's
hold
got
it.
nothing. I'm here. I'm doing it. But it would just be wrong of me to be like there's nothing else I'd rather do because that's like totally wrong. But I am delighted that he finds something that he loves and is passionate about, and I'm glad I can be there and see him, like, and I do go even if it's like not a time where I have to go, right? Like I don't have to
Hmm.
be there all the time, but I want to be there. I
Right.
want to be
That's
there.
what
I
I'm
want to I
saying.
want to see him do things. Yes, but it's a balance too, right? And I think like as I'm having a moment this week where I'm not as like freaking out about being a parent, so that's at least there's that. But I think listening to a lot of my clients over the past year has really put parenting in perspective in a new way because
Hmm.
what people
Yeah.
actually want from their parents isn't isn't that much. It's really just to be seen, like to be paid attention to be valued, and to be loved, whatever that
Hmm.
means. It's very simple. Um, I've had people say to me like that are in their 60s, they still remember that their parents never went to any of their sports games in middle school and high school. They
Yeah.
still feel that. That's like
Yes.
they're like I would look out into
Look
like the
around
crowd and
to
I would
see.
hope today would be the day that my mom would show up finally.
Yeah.
And I would just wait and wait and wait, and she never ever did. And it's like
Yeah.
I
Ah.
I am there. You will
Yeah.
always see me there. I am the that annoying person in your life, right? To my to children. Do you have water? Do you need this? Do you need that? But being that person for them is much better than them being there and wondering if they're ever gonna see their parent. Like it's just sad.
It is, and you really, unfortunately, they'll never know what that feeling is.
And you know what I'm never gonna tell them? I'm never gonna be like, you should be appreciative because some kids don't even have their parents at their games.
Yeah.
I'm never going to say that because I don't ever want them to have that reference.
Because that's not an option. It's not a thing. It's not your life. It's not their life.
No,
It's not what we're doing here. No, not in this
no,
timeline.
no. So it's hard breaking these habits.
This,
And it
yeah.
and it's hard to realize that our choice to do that healing and to speak our truth clearly and openly results in then being ostracized.
Yeah.
It
Yeah. Well,
sucks.
I mean, if you think about last year before we had quite started the podcast and wait, was that last year? Yeah, when you came here for my birthday and it was a whole thing.
Yes.
And it was not even, it shouldn't have been a whole thing. It was something new that we tried, though, right? We said, hey, you're going to come here, and I want you to actually come meet my friends. I want you to experience my life here because whenever you come, all you do is go sit at, one of our parents' houses that's kind of isolated and there's not really anything fun to do. And we just kind of like sit there and rot. And then you go back and I go do fun things. And you're like, well, I want to do these fun things. And I'm like, all right,
Yeah,
let's go
I
to
want to meet
dinner.
your friends. Like,
and 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 doing it in a way that was still accommodating to everybody because you were coming in, we were going to do dinner, and then the very next day we were going to spend the entire day. Okay, so just that event that we had these plans, and she could not respect that to the point of not like I don't know, like she almost pretended like it didn't happen,
not
like we didn't
almost,
tell her.
not almost.
um
Just did.
yeah, and honestly, a lot of things that were said that not from either of us because we were just kind of observing were very telling last year. Okay, and that was going into the podcast, right? So when we when you get a message that's like you've chosen a path and now I release you, and also trying to figure out what does that mean. Hey, so can you clarify, like, do you not want to see your grandkids ever again? Like, what are you saying? Because the text was asking if you wanted to see your grandkids. No clarity in that sense. So you know I don't know, Sarah. I
I
know
don't
a
know
lot of
either.
things. I know a lot of things. I think that a thing that we did by default with the podcast, even though we didn't talk about our family for a very, very long time, not guess.
I think
We
I
were
think this
talking
is the
about,
most explicit we've ever talked about anything actually right now
yeah,
on the
yeah,
anniversary episode.
which also kind of shows that that you're not interested in listening to anything about our lives because we share so many things about our lives.
Yeah.
Don't give a shit about that. Just gonna listen to see if we're saying anything about you.
Yep.
Um, so listen,
Enjoy. If you're listening, enjoy. Like congratulations.
yeah,
Like I don't
like
know what to tell you. Like
you know what
no.
I would say too is to anyone who is listening, um, you need to document things. You and I started a shared note, and I think that was kind of like that had to be the beginning of the end there because once you start documenting these situations of being gaslit and you can refer back to them and you can see a pattern of every holiday, every birthday, every high, like it is very important and it is detrimental to,
The status quo.
yeah, and the narcissist who's trying to gaslight you.
Yeah, I mean, when you start documenting things, that's how you start to dig your way out of the hole.
Yeah.
because everything you document becomes a small foothold for you to climb out, right? Because you
Yes.
can't argue it then. You're like, this did happen. It's actually a very common thing that happens with people who have complex trauma, which is what
Mm,
this is, right? When you think about PTSD, and you may hear people talk about CPTSD, which is
mm-hmm.
complex PTSD. PTSD is having trauma that's a singular event, like something happened, right? Like you got into a
Sure.
car accident, and now when you get into a car, you have an anxiety attack, right? Like it's
Mm-hmm.
very like there is an event that happened. Complex PTSD is something over a long period of time that happens over and over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So being in an abusive relationship, you're going to have CPTSD because in order to survive being in that relationship, your brain has had to completely twist everything around.
Yeah.
And that's why you have to document, because you can't trust your brain, because your brain is
Mm-hmm.
going to say that didn't happen, or it's going to classify it as something else. If someone
Yeah.
since you were 4 years old has slapped you in the face and told you that's how I love you,
Mm-hmm.
and you're going to think slap in the face means I love you, right?
Yeah.
So what you need to do is every time you get slapped in the face, you need to document that so that you can then start to piece this together. Like,
Mm-hmm.
is a slap in the face love? What are like you have to
Yeah.
basically become a detective about your life, which this is a
Right.
harsh example, but that's really what it is, right? So when
Right.
we start actually collecting evidence and like writing down what people say and trying to hold them accountable, right, to the things
Mm-hmm.
that they say, it causes a real disruption in the field.
Yeah. Disruption of the force. That's what
Yeah.
I call
And
it.
it
Yeah.
it delivers a wound that if you don't have self-reflection and the ability to handle that, you have to run away from it.
Yeah.
You just have to run away from it. So, yeah, I mean, it's what a year. What a
What a year.
culmination of
Mm-hmm.
this. And you know, it doesn't make me happy that this is the result. Like
No.
I'm not like yay. Like that has never been the a goal, right?
Mm-mm. No.
And I again, like I said, like I'm not mad. I'm not mad because I get it. Like we are all just doing the best we
Best we
can,
can.
right? We're
Yeah.
all just doing the best we can with the tools we were given. But
Mm-hmm.
if you're able to say that, then you're also able to do something about it.
Yeah.
When you say I did the best I can with the tools I had, that's you saying, tough tits, girl.
Mm-hmm.
Deal with it.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's it, right? That's all we've ever asked for was some acknowledgement so that we could start to move on. And
Yeah.
you just can't get that. It's like, no, that's
No.
wrong. That's wrong.
No,
Sorry.
and
That's not
and
how I
now
remember
like
it. And yeah.
no, and now, at the end of the day, all you want from your parents is for them to be proud of you, God damn it, right? Like everybody just wants their parents to be like, "Yeah, you did a good job." And we're that's why it's I'm your mother now, because we have to be that for each other. We have to see each
Yeah.
other and say, "You're doing a really, really good job," because we
Yeah.
need that. We are not solo creatures. People need to be
No.
affirmed. That's not
Yeah.
codependency and it's not toxic. You
I
need
want to be like,
someone to
oh,
see you.
that's the thing that you're doing and that you're excited about. Like, oh, have you thought about like this scenario that could ruin it? That is like like just wondering if you've thought about that because it sounds like it's probably going to go bad.
Yeah.
But
Or
yay,
if you
congratulations.
accomplish this really amazing thing, well, you
Hmm.
better work harder.
Right.
You might lose it.
Yeah.
It's like,
Okay.
okay, that sucks.
That sucks. It's like cool. And then you wonder why no one is running to the phone to call you. So,
Ugh. Yeah. Thanks, Jean. Jean says, witnessing you both in this journey. Congrats on 1 year. And thanks, I before we sign off because it's time for us to go. Like thanks for everybody who's been listening
yes, we've got
for
like
this
a little
year.
crew. Yeah.
Yeah, we,
Yeah,
we
we
got a little
appreciate you
crew, and
guys.
it's been really 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 good, and
Yeah.
I look forward to this next year. I think we're in a different energy now.
Hmm.
We're in a
Yeah.
different energy now, and it's only up from here, my sister.
That's it. That's it. We're only going up.
Well, I love you.
I love you too.
We're gonna
Oh,
really work on this. Look at her face. She's like,
um, ah, like, why would
pretend
you
I'm Lucas.
say
Pretend I'm
that to
Lucas.
me?
I
Oh,
love
I love
you.
you.
There we
Lucas
go.
said, you have to say is you have to say, I love you, sweet, beautiful princess mommy.
That's right. And he says it to me too. He says, I love you, sweet, beautiful Sissa Beans,
Yes, he does.
with your
Yeah,
cutie butt.
with your cutie butt. Look at that cutie butt. Yeah.
Ugh, I can't wait to see him next week.
Yes.
All right,
All right.
guys.
Well,
Onward.
upward and off we go.
Bye.
Bye. Thanks for listening to I'm Your Mother Now podcast, an Amala Moon production. If you loved today's episode, make sure to subscribe on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and if I've done the RSS feed properly, wherever you get your pods. You can follow us on Instagram at IYMN_podcast to watch us live on Friday mornings and catch the full episodes on our YouTube channel, I'm Your Mother Now podcast. We'd love if you could share this with a friend who'd vibe with the conversation. And don't forget to like and subscribe. It helps more people to find us. We'll see you next week. Bye.